guys! I welcome you on my channel Cultivate Inner Peace. My name is Christina and this is my channel about my personal life journey, my hobbies, my lifestyle. I do some vlogs and I will make some beauty videos. And also I want to say that I have an Instagram, Cultivate Inner Peace 2025, and a website, cultivateinnerpeace.wordpress.com, where I write short articles, and you are welcome to follow along if you're interested. And today I'm going to be talking about my ultimate favorite TV show ever, and that is Gilmore Girls. If you're out on the road. Originally I thought I would make this video about my comfort favorite TV shows, but then I decided that they are just too great and I have to make separate videos about each of them. Today is gonna be Gilmore Girls. And just for those of you who don't know, or even for those of you who do know, just a quick recap. It's a show about a mother who is raising her daughter all by herself, and she's living in this beautiful small town, and it's very comforting. The show is very comforting. It's with all these neighbors in the small town, and everything is kind of funny and lighthearted.
Can you bring me a sharper fork? I'm not sure this one will go all the way through your hand. Vascular botulism does come with my company. 6 in the morning. Nothing says coffee like 6 in the morning.
And it's a comfort show for many people. And I read some reviews on it on the internet that people are coming back to it and watching it after years and years. And I gotta say, I understand why that happens. Because it's about relationships, it's about fun dialogues and light-hearted moments, and also deeper moments where stuff happens. And if you want, you can look at it also through the lens of psychology, because the characters are interesting and they have their patterns, and it's just so interesting. And the main character is named Lorelai, and she's the mother. She's played by Lauren Graham, which I love her. I think she's awesome. And her daughter is Rory, and she's played by Alexis Bledel, and basically these two are the main characters. And Lorelai is working in an inn, and then she will open her own inn, and Rory is in high school, and in later episodes she will go to college. And then they made a sequel, which was like 4 short movies, and that was super interesting because you could have seen the development of the characters. And the mother, she's very like spontaneous and playful and funny and charismatic, and she's basically, for me, she's basically like the center of the entire show. To me it feels like it, because I find her the most funny of all the characters. And then there's the daughter, who's also the center of the show because it's like Gilmore Girls, but she's sort of like quieter and studious, and she always reads books, and she's sort of this very decent teenager, and she has relationships, of course, with boys, and her boyfriends throughout the show, they became sort of this polling system, because everybody votes like who's their favorite boyfriend, so that's kind of funny. And the seasons, it basically goes in a way that in the first seasons it's very like really like small towny. These are like the core seasons for me. I feel like they are the most comforting and beautiful, and everything is sort of magical to me. Not only the winter episodes, but anything basically that happens. It just feels so compact, and everything happens in the small town. It's just pretty. This is the first 3 seasons, and then you get another like 4 seasons, and that happens when the daughter goes away to college. And it happens at Yale University, and she goes there and studies and finds boyfriend, and everything happens sort of in there. And the show kind of becomes more expanded because there are all these external sites for filming, and it sort of transforms a little bit. But for me, the first seasons, they always stay the core of the show, and then when it sort of became bigger and went into some other sites to film, it sort of became a little different, but still it's very good. And there's been a debate like which season is best, which is worse, and It's like, I don't want to tell you because I feel like you can observe this by yourself if you will watch the show. You can make your opinion because there's always something that's better and worse, and there's character developments that you're gonna like or don't like. But for me, that's part of the whole experience. And then there was the sequel, which happened many years later because the season 7 ends when Rory is after she's 21, and the sequel starts where she's 32. And so that's basically the basic outline. Now that I'm filming this video, I feel like maybe I will make like additional videos because this is just such a huge show and so much has happened in there that it's just, I'm not doing it justice at all by talking about this so superficially. But this was not my intention to talk about it in depth. I just wanted to put in here some clips from the show and just tell you like, go watch it. I think you're gonna love it. If you love comfort shows, you're definitely gonna love it because this is like the ultimate comfort show that you must see. I love it so much. And the first time I watched it was actually when I was maybe 13 or 12, I don't know. And I watched it with my mom. And we would always like watch it on Saturday morning. It was in our television and we would just love it so much. We just watch it together, and it was shortly after we had breakfast. It was just our thing, our moment, and I will never forget this. And it's maybe also the reason why it brings me so much comfort. Another reason why I love it is the humor, because the humor, it's just something else. It's especially Lorelai. She's just so witty and she has a comeback for everything.
Cluelessness is the mother of invention. But if you like, I'll let you sniff Rory's sweater. Maybe her scent will help you track them down. It's no problem. I watch Oprah. Tom Cruise will be very upset.
And she's my mother.
Well, you're my mother.
Exactly. It's a tangled web.
And she's just the best inspirational character. With that being said, I can easily see her flaws because she is flawed as a character. Of course, she's a human being. She cannot be perfect. She has flaws. She has many flaws, and maybe I could make a separate video on that. But to me, I tend to focus more on her positive side because her positives are really strong and she can inspire you in so many ways that it's like beyond what I can tell you. It's like the lightheartedness with which she approaches life in general, the jokes that she can make in like any situation, the comebacks that she has, the lightheartedness that she brings to life. When you watch her doing even the most mundane things like being at a job or being at home watching television with her daughter, you watch her and you see like she's always in a good mood and playful and making jokes here and there. I look at her and I'm like, this is so inspiring, you know. Sometimes I feel so down when I'm at my job, but when I think of her, she just makes fun out of everything. And it's like, why shouldn't we approach life in this way, you know? Unless you have something really bad going on in life, like, why shouldn't you be lighthearted and make jokes? And I don't know, there's this scene when she comes to the spa and she just makes jokes talking to the guy at the reception desks. And I would never think of that, you know? When I would come to some reception, I would just always try to be normal and professional, like not professional, but just have a distance, you know, and speak with respect to the other person. But I would never think of like joking with somebody that I don't know, but she makes it really great. And also her self-confidence is inspiring so much. And she's not the only character who's inspiring. Her daughter is inspiring as well, in my opinion, especially her work ethics.
1729 to 96, Empress of Russia, 1762 to 96.
Okay, hold still, please.
Originally named Sophie Frederick Augustin von Anhalt-Zerbst.
But everybody called her Kitten.
The character that she portrays in the first season, it really shines through. She's really not a mean person, and she can even face some mean-spirited people around her, especially Paris, which is her classmate. Paris acts really badly with her. She's doing her a bunch of really twisted things in high school, and it's just the grace and style that Rory approaches it that she can turn around even the most evil comment toward her and make Paris to think about what she said. especially in one episode where Paris starts to spread rumors and Rory makes her with really intelligent comments. She makes her realize what she did, and Paris regrets it later. And I just find this so great, you know. There is so much intelligent remarks and scenarios for real life that you can take from this show that it's insane. It's insane. I just love it. But with that being said, I'm not blind. I see a lot of things that are not okay in the show. I see a lot of bad behavior as well. But that's not what this episode is about, because this episode is just an intro for me. I just wanted to tell you that's the best show to watch in autumn. It's the best time because especially at those like long autumn evenings, it's gonna make you feel so good and relax, and at your home watching this show after work and lighting up a candle or something. It's just a feel-good show, that's what I would say. And I just wanted to show you this show to remind you of that. And if you watched it already, go watch it another time. You know, every time I watch it, I see something else in there. When you watch it and you are a teenager and you see some things in there, and then you watch it years later and you see different things in there, because you matured and you can also see some flaws in the characters that you were not able to see before, especially when it goes on for 7 seasons, the initial series, 7 seasons. It's a very long time and there's a rich character development, and it's just great. It's more like a feminine TV show, but I know a lot of guys who are watching this as well, and it's very popular with men as well. Anybody can watch this. And I remember one incident where a man came to repair our electricity, and my mom was at home and they were chatting, and she was like, "Oh, do you need me to stay here with you? I'm just, you know, watching a TV." And he was like, "No, you can go inside, watch your TV." "And what are you watching?" he asked her. And she said, "Oh, I'm watching Gilmore Girls." And he was like, "Oh, I love it. I love Lorelai." And I was like, "Oh my God, our man who repairs electricity, he just comes and he says, I'm watching Gilmore Girls as well, I love it." And I was like, oh my God, like middle-aged man watches Gilmore Girls. And I was like, this is not like the target audience, I think, but it just shows you that anybody can watch it and find comfort in that. So that's for me. If there are any Gilmore Girl fans at all, like, comment down below, because I love chatting about this. If you have anything to add about the characters, I think I would love to make some future videos on this topic, but maybe more focused on some specific like characters or situations, or maybe only on the sequel. I will see. But for now, I just wanted to, you know, make this feel-good video for myself and hype it up, because I think this show really deserves it. That's everything for me for now. If you're not subscribed, I will be happy if you subscribe. And also go check out my Instagram and my website. It's all linked down below. And I will talk to you soon. Have a beautiful now, and bye.